The current affair materials for environment in the month of January to March, that is fourth quarter of 2024-23. Now, to the point materials, Himalayan wolf has been classified as vulnerable by IUCN and falls in Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. The Himalayan wolf, that is Canis lupus chanos, has been assessed for the first time on International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List. It is a subspecies of grey wolf found in the Himalayan region, the northern India. The Himalayan wolf is found in Ladakh and Lahul Spiti region in northeastern Himachal Pradesh. Himalayan wolves are smaller and more compact than other subspecies, characterized by shorter legs and snout. Well adapted to the harsh mountain terrain, they possess strong limbs and stout body, enabling them to navigate and survive in challenging environments. Now, Eurasian otters. It was first spotted for the first time in Kerala at Chinar Wildlife Sanctuary in Idukki. Eurasian otters is a semi-aquatic carnivorous mammal. They are shy and nocturnal. The species hold a conservation status of near threatened on the IUCN list. It is classified as Schedule 1 under Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and falls under Appendix 1 of CITES. There are 3 species of otters found in Kerala, including Eurasian otter, that is Latura latura, smooth-coated otter and small-clawed otter. Small-clawed otter, also known as Asian small-clawed otter, Oriental small-clawed otter. Its native range comprises of parts of India to Southeast Asia, including islands of Sumatra, Java and Borneo, and Palwan. In India, it is mainly found in West Bengal, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, and in coastal regions of Odisha and Karnataka. It is also found in Nilgiri and Palni hills in Tamil Nadu. It is the smallest otter species in the world. It is nocturnal in nature. It feeds mainly on crabs, mudskippers, and triogaster fish. Its IUCN status is vulnerable and it has been classified under Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and Appendix 1 of CITES. Small-clawed otter has been added to the list of mammals in Assam's Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. Olive ridley turtles are the smallest and most abundant of all sea turtles found in the world. They are best known for the unique mass nesting called Aribada, where thousands of females come together on the same beach to lay eggs. They are found in warm waters of Pacific, Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Their IUCN status is vulnerable and are classified under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Leatherback turtles are the largest of the 7 sea turtle species. They are found in all oceans except Arctic and Antarctic. The IUCN status is vulnerable and are classified under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Loggerhead turtles are found in Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Ocean as well as the Mediterranean Sea. The IUCN status is vulnerable and is classified under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Hawksbill turtle are a wide range found predominantly in tropical reefs of Indian, Pacific and Atlantic Ocean. They are primarily found in tropical and coral reefs. Their IUCN status is critically endangered. So hawksbill turtle are critically endangered and are classified under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Now, green turtles are the only herbivorous among the different species of sea turtles. They are found mainly in tropical and subtropical water. IUCN status is endangered and classified under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. So up till now, we have considered olive ridley turtle with Aribada, leatherback turtle, which is vulnerable and the largest among all the sea turtles, loggerhead turtle, which is found in Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Ocean. IUCN status is vulnerable. Hawksbill turtle, mainly found in tropical coral reefs and classified as critically endangered. So this one is critically endangered. Dress and green turtle is endangered. Rest of this species, that is loggerhead turtle, leatherback and olive ridley, they are vulnerable. Now binturong, also known as bear cat, it is native to South and Southeast Asia. The binturong is a long, heavy with short, stout legs. The binturong is one of the only 2 carnivores that have prehensile tail. The other is Khenka jau. A prehensile tail is a tail of an animal that has adapted to grasp or hold objects. The binturong is omnivorous, which feeds on small mammals, birds, fish, earthworm, insects, and fruits. Its IUCN status is vulnerable and is classified under Schedule 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 and Appendix 3 of CITES. Its population distribution is in China, India, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, and on the island of Borneo. Now, binturong has been added to the list of mammals in Assam's Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. Now, Bugun Leochila. Leochila bugururum is a bird species. It was first spotted in 1995 in Arunachal Pradesh. However, it was officially documented in 2006 after it was discovered in Arunachal Pradesh Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary. Its IUCN status is critically endangered. There are only 14 to 20 of these birds in the state and seen almost exclusively in the wildlife sanctuary, which is Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary. The Buguns, a major tribe living near Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary in Arunachal Pradesh, have generously donated 1,470 hectares of land to conserve Bugun Leochila bird. Now, golden langur. The latest survey of primate has revealed that there are estimated 7,396 golden langur in India. It is an old world monkey found in small region of western Assam, India, and in the neighboring foothills of Black Mountains of Bhutan. And they are endemic to this region. On the north, they are bound by Bhutan. On the east, they are bound by Manas River. On the south, by Brahmaputra. And on the west, by Sankosh River. Their habitat is restricted to the region surrounded by 4 geographical landmarks, that is foothills of Bhutan in the north, Manas River in the east, Sankosh River in the west, Brahmaputra River in the south. They are easily recognizable by the golden color of their fur. Their IUCN status is endangered. They are classified under Appendix 1 of CITES and Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. Now, black tigers. Black tigers are a rare color variant of Bengal tigers. They are not a distinct species or geographical subspecies. They are also called melanistic Royal Bengal tiger. Their IUCN status is endangered. They have been recorded only in Simlipal Tiger Reserve in Odisha. In the 2022 All India Tiger Estimation, Simlipal Tiger Reserve reported 16 tigers, with 10 being melanistic. Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary lies in Chotanagpur plateau of Jharkhand, contiguous with Steel City of Jamshedpur. It is situated around Dalma Hills. The sanctuary gets its name from Dalma Mai, a local goddess who is revered and worshipped by local people. Its vegetation is classified as dry peninsular and dry mixed deciduous forest. It is very rich. It has a very rich floral diversity. Medicinal plants like Anant Mula, Satwari, and Sharpagandha, etc. are abundant in this sanctuary. The sanctuary is known for its elephants. About wildlife sanctuaries, state governments may designate some areas as wildlife sanctuaries under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972 if they possess significant ecological, natural, and geomorphological values. There are 567 wildlife sanctuaries in India. They cover 122,564.86 square kilometers or 3.73% of India's total land area. They are IUCN Category 4 protected areas. Now moving on to some long form environment current affair material. Now, NTCA in wildlife conservation. Project Tiger has completed 50 years of successful implementation through the efforts of NTCA and has put the endangered wild tigers of India on a short path of recovery. India now hosts 70% of the global wild tiger population, with a minimum 3,167 tigers according to the 5th cycle of All India Tiger Estimation 2022 summary report. The Prime Minister inaugurated the International Big Cat Alliance during a special program aiming to conserve 7 major big cat species, that is tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, langur and puma. Out of all these, I think puma is the only one which is not found in India as of now, and cheetah and puma not naturally found. With the declaration of new Rani Durgavati tiger reserve in Madhya Pradesh. India has now a total of 54 tiger reserve, covering more than 2.3% of its geographical area. At present, 23 tiger reserves in India have received the CATS accreditation. Now, CATS, which is Conservation Assured Tiger Standards, is a criteria set ensuring that tiger sites meets international standard for successful conservation. Now, status of leopards in population in India. The Ministry of Environment, in collaboration with National Tiger Conservation Authority and Wildlife Institute of India, has unveiled the 5th cycle of leopard population estimation in India. The key findings of estimates are: India's leopard population has been estimated to be 13,874, showing stability compared to the previous count. The number has risen by 8% from 12,852 in 2018 to 13,874 in 2022. However, this only covers 70% of the leopard habitat, with Himalayas and semi-arid regions not included in the survey. Now, region-wise trend: in central India, the leopard population has remained stable, whereas in Shivalik Hills and Gangetic Plains, there is a decline in their population. Now, state-wise distribution: the highest number of leopards have been reported in Madhya Pradesh at 3,907, followed by Maharashtra at 1,983. So, first is Madhya Pradesh, then is Maharashtra. Then comes Karnataka at 1,879, and then Tamil Nadu, a far distant, at 1,070. Now, the locations with the highest leopard population include Nagarjun, Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh, followed by Panna and Satpura in Madhya Pradesh. So, although we don't find Andhra in the states with highest number of leopards in the top 4, but Andhra Pradesh, Nagarjun, Srisailam in Andhra Pradesh has the highest number of leopard population, which is followed by Panna and Satpura in Madhya Pradesh. Now, survey methodology. The study targeted forested habitats across 18 states with tiger populations, employing foot surveys and camera traps. It captured 47 lakh, oh my god, it's 4 crore. So 47 million photographs, resulting in 85,000 images of leopards. Now, moving on to camelids, the United Nations has named 2024 as the International Year of Camelids, emphasizing their vital role in the lives of global communities. Now, camelids are a family of mammals belonging to the camelid family. Camelids include various species like Bactrian camel, dromedaries, llamas, alpacas, vicuñas, guanacos. So, camelid family can be divided into two major types, which is camelids and lamanids, llama-like and camel-like. For camel-like, we have two species, that is Bactrian camel and Arabian camel. Arabian camel is found in Africa and the Middle Eastern region, whereas Bactrian camel is found mostly in the Eurasian region, as well as Australia. Australia also has camel, African camel. Now, convention on Now, these about camels, they are large animals with long necks, slender legs, and in some cases a hump on their back. They are strictly herbivores, feeding on vegetation. They have 3-chambered stomachs, split upper lips allowing them separate mobility, and elliptical red blood cells, setting them apart from other mammals. So this is unique to them, that is elliptical red blood cells. They are usually found in herds. Now, Convention on Conservation of Migratory Species of Wild Animals. The 14th Conference of Parties, COP, to the Convention on Conservation of Migratory Species of Wild Animals was held in Uzbekistan. Now, about CMS, it was signed in Bonn, Germany in June 1979. Thus, it is also known as Bonn Convention. It is an environmental treaty under the aegis of UNEP, United Nations Environment Programme. The objective is to provide a global platform for the conservation and sustainable use of migratory animals and their habitats. Now, legal type: activities of CMS parties range from legally binding treaties, that is agreements, to less formal instruments like Memorandum of Understanding, MOUs. It has 2 appendixes. Appendix 1 lists all the endangered migratory species, and Appendix 2 list all the species that face unfavorable conservation status, and encourage the range states to draft range-wide agreement for conservation and management of these species. The significance of CMS is that it is the only global and UN-based intergovernmental organization established exclusively for conservation and management of terrestrial, aquatic, and avian migratory species throughout their range. It acknowledges the importance of conserving migratory species. Now, moving on. The State of World Migratory Species Report. The first ever State of World Migratory Species Report was released at COP14 of the Convention of Conservation of Migratory Species of Wild Animals. Now, the key findings of the report are approximately 44% of the migratory species listed under CMS are experiencing a decline in their population. 1/5, that is 20% of the CMS listed species are at risk of extinction, and 97% of the listed fish are facing this risk. 51% of the key biodiversity areas important for migratory animals listed under CMS lack protection, and 58% of the monitor site for these species experience unsustainable human pressure. Now, states and union territories must adhere to the definition of forest from Godha Varman case, Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court has issued an interim order directing states and union territories to adhere to the definition of forest from T.N. Godha Varman, Thirumalpad versus Union of India case, 1996. Now, in the said case, the Forest Conservation Act 1980 aims to safeguard forests from exploitation and promote conservation. It grants the union government authority to regulate the extraction of forest resources, including timber, bamboo, coal, minerals, by industries and forest-dwelling communities. However, this protection applies only to areas officially designated as forest in union or state government records. The Supreme Court ruling in T.N. Godha Varman, Thirumulpad versus Union of India case broadened the protection of forests. According to the ruling, the area must meet the dictionary meaning of definition of forest are protected, even if they have not been officially notified by the government or recorded in historical documents. At present, there is no universally accepted definition of forest in India. Each state decides its own definition. Now, new Ramsar sites. Declaration of 5 new Ramsar sites has taken the total tally of Ramsar sites in India to 80. Now, about the new Ramsar sites, they are Karivetti Bird Sanctuary, Magdi Keri Conservation Reserve, Longwood Shola Reserve Forest, Angsa Mudra Bird Conservation Reserve, and Agnasini Estuary. Now, about these new sites, Karavetti Bird Sanctuary is situated in Tamil Nadu. It is centered around a large freshwater lake. This lake is the focal point of the sanctuary and serves as a crucial habitat for a variety of bird species, both resident and migratory. It supports 1% of the population of black-headed iblis and oriental darter. Magdigiri Conservation Reserve, it is located in Karnataka. The bar-headed goose is one of the bird species which migrates to Magdi wildlife wetland. Magadi. Longwood Shola Reserve Forest, it is located in Tamil Nadu. It derives its name from the Tamil word Sholai, which means tropical rainforest. It maintains the hydrological regime of the region by capturing rainwater through marshes and releasing it via streams. It is home to threatened Nilgiri marten and rare fauna and flora. Angsa Mudra Bird Sanctuary Reserve, it is the only place in Karnataka where great Indian bustard can be seen. Agnashini Estuary, it is located in Karnataka. It is formed at the confluence of Agnashini River with the Arabian Sea. The brackish water of the estuary provides diverse ecosystem services including flood and erosion risk mitigation, biodiversity conservation, and livelihood support. Now, biodiversity heritage sites. Gupteshwar Forest in Koraput, Odisha has been declared as the 4th biodiversity heritage site in the state. Biodiversity heritage sites are distinct and ecological sensitive zones, including terrestrial, coastal, inland waters, and marine environments with diverse and abundant biodiversity elements. According to Section 37 of the Biological Diversity Act of 2002, state governments, in collaboration with local authorities, have the authority to designate areas of significant biodiversity as BHS. Additionally, state governments, with inputs from state and central government, can establish regulations for the prevention and management of BHS. Now, National Biodiversity Authority provides guidance to state governments in identifying and managing heritage sites under Section 37. NBA is independent statutory body under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, established in 2003 by central government. The NBA is headquartered in Chennai and is responsible for implementing India's Biological Diversity Act of 2002. As per Section 41(1) of Biological Diversity Act of 2002, each local authority within the state is required to establish Biodiversity Management Committee within its designated jurisdiction. The BMC comprises a 7-member committee elected during the general body meeting of the respective local authority. It is mandated to include at least 1/3 women and minimum of 18% representation from scheduled caste and scheduled tribe communities. Now, forest fires in India. As the summer season is approaching, the frequency of forest fires has risen across India. Frequency and seasons. According to the Indian State of Forest Report 2019, forest fires are common in India, particularly from November to June. High-risk areas are identified in the report, with 36% of the Indian forest cover as fire-prone, 4% being extremely prone to forest, and another 6% being very high prone. Northeastern India, Odisha, Maharashtra, Uttarakhand face severe risks. Now, 2004 fire incidents. Forest Survey of India data shows highest number of fires in Mizoram at 3,738, Manipur at 1,702, Assam at 1,652, Meghalaya at 1,252, and Maharashtra with 1,215. Despite generally lower risks, Tamil Nadu has experienced increased wildfire incidents. Now, UN Environment Assembly 6th session. The theme of 6th session was effective, inclusive, sustainable, multilateral actions to tackle climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution. Established in 2012 during the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, the UNEA of UNEP serves as the highest level decision-making body globally concerning environment. Membership in UNEA comprises all 193 member states of United Nations. Ministerial declaration reaffirmed commitment to tackle the triple planetary crisis. Triple planetary crisis refers to triple danger of climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss. Now, International Big Cat Alliance. Union Cabinet recently approved the establishment of International Big Cat Alliance with headquarters in India. International Big Cat Alliance is a proposed mega global alliance that will work towards the protection and conservation of 7 major big cat species, of which tigers are endangered and jaguars are near threatened. Lion is vulnerable, leopard is vulnerable, snow leopard is vulnerable, cheetahs are vulnerable, however pumas are least concerned. Now, membership to the alliance will be open to all 97 range countries which contain natural habitat of these big cats, as well as other interested nations, international organizations, etc. Currently, 16 countries including Brazil, Nepal, Bangladesh, Malaysia have officially joined the IBCA, led by India. Additionally, 9 international organizations, including the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, and the World Wildlife Fund, WWF International, have given consent to join IBCA. That'll be all for this video. Thank you.